Dear students, in this lecture, we will study the convergence of one of the standard sequences. It is the sequence 1 plus 1 by n raised to n. We are going to prove that this sequence is convergent. It is a standard sequence and we will be proving that it is convergent. Let us take this statement as a theorem. The sequence 1 plus 1 by n raised to n is convergent. Let me explain the idea of the proof at the very beginning. We are going to prove that this sequence is non-decreasing and upper bounded. So we will be proving two facts. It is non-decreasing and upper bounded. And we know that every non-decreasing and upper bounded sequence is convergent. So first let us prove that this sequence is non-decreasing. Let Sn is equal to 1 plus 1 by n raised to n. By binomial theorem, what is its expansion? Its expansion is, by binomial theorem, Sn is equal to 1 plus n into second term, that is 1 by n. This n is actually nc1. The general term is going to be nck 1 raised to n minus k and 1 by n raised to k. So that is simply nck 1 upon n raised to k. So first term is nc0, that is 1. Second term is nc1 1 upon n. Second term will be nc2 1 upon n square. So what is nc2? It is n into n minus 1 upon 2 factorial, that is 1 upon 2 into 1 upon n square, plus what will be third term? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 upon 3 factorial, 1 into 2 into 3, 1 upon n cube, plus, let me write the k plus 1th term. The k plus 1th term will be nck, that is n into n minus 1 into n minus k minus 1 upon k factorial, that is 1 into 2 into 3 up to k, into 1 upon n raised to k, and so on. The last term will be ncn, that is 1 into 1 upon n raised to n. So last term will be 1 upon n raised to n, because ncn equals to 1 and value of k is n. So it is 1 upon n raised to n. So this is first statement. Thus we can observe that the expansion of Sn contains n plus 1 terms, and k plus 1th term in the expansion of Sn is n into n minus 1 into n minus k minus 1 upon k factorial 1, 2, 3 up to k into 1 upon n raised to k, and if we divide each term in the numerator, say n by n, n minus 1 by n, and n minus k minus 1 by n, there are k such a terms, and we have 1 upon n raised to k. So dividing each of these terms by k, we can write it as 1 upon 1 into 2 into 3 into up to k. Then n gets cancelled. For this, it will be 1 minus 1 upon n. Then next term will be n minus 2. So it will be n minus 2, and we are dividing by n, so that will be n upon n, that is 1 minus 2 upon n, 1 minus 2 upon n, and so on. The last term is k minus 1, so it is 1 minus k minus 1 upon n. So this is second statement. What we have written in second statement, k plus 1th term in expansion of Sn. Similarly, we can write the fact that the expansion of Sn plus 1 contains n plus 2 terms, which is actually one more than in the terms in expansion of Sn. So we are adding something non-negative, one more term non-negative we are adding, contains n plus 2 terms, and k plus 1th term in the expansion is similar to this 1 into 2 into 3 into k. Just we have to replace n by n plus 1 everywhere, because we are finding expansion of Sn plus 1, and this is expansion of Sn. So by similarity, you can easily write down the k plus 1th term in the expansion. Say this is third. Now, first of all, note that expansion of Sn contains n plus 1 terms, whereas expansion of Sn plus 1 contains n plus 2 terms. So it contains some non-negative term extra to this. Further, it is easy to observe that this k plus 1th term in expansion of Sn is clearly less than k plus 1th term in the expansion of Sn plus 1, because denominator is decreased and then we are multiplying by minus 1, that is subtracting. So this is going to be greater. This term is less equal to this. So considering these two facts, we can write from second and third, as I explained, this is less equal to this and expansion contains one additional or one positive term. We can write Sn is less than Sn plus 1 for all n belongs to I. That is, the sequence Sn n is equal to 1 to infinity is non-decreasing. It is non-decreasing. So this is second statement, or not second, it will be fourth statement. So we are done with half part. As I had mentioned the outline at the beginning of proof, we have to prove that this sequence is non-decreasing and upper bounded. So far we have proved that this sequence is non-decreasing. Now let us prove that this sequence is upper bounded. Now from first, let us refer to the first statement which we have written here. We can write that Sn is less than, I would like to continue in this part. So from first, we can write that this is our first statement. So we can write Sn is less than 1 first term as it is, second term as it is, plus 1 plus, now this is going to be 1 upon, we can refer to this as well. It is better to refer to this, so I will modify the proof from second, I will like to say. Second we obtained from first. It is better to write the inequality from this. So first term, what I can do is this better. Now from first and second, it's better to change the reference. We are taking reference of both. So 1 plus 1, first two terms as it is. Now in general, if you observe, the k plus 1th term, we will get this. So for third term is going to be this, which is actually 1 plus 1 upon 1 into 2. And what will be the third term? 1 minus 1 by n, 1 minus 2 by n. With reference to this, I am writing. Value of k is 3 here. Plus, let me write here next term, 1 into 2 into 3, it is going to be less than 1 minus 1 upon n, 1 minus 2 upon n, 1 minus 3 upon n, and so on. And last term will be, with reference to this, value of k will be n, so it will be less than 1 into 2 into 3 up to n, 1 minus 1 upon n, 1 minus 2 upon n, last term will be 1 minus, value of k is n here, so 1 minus n minus 1 upon n. This is less than 1 plus 1, first two terms as it is. It is easy to observe that this product is going to be less than 1, this product is going to be less than 1, this product is going to be less than 1. So 1 plus 1, 1 upon 1 into 2. This is going to be less than 1 into 2 into 3. Actually it is less than into 1, into 1. So everywhere it is into 1. Finally it will be less than plus 1 upon 1 into 2 into 3 into n. So we are having a sequence of inequalities. It is not difficult to understand. With basic knowledge of inequalities, we could easily obtain this 1 into 2. Observe that 1 into 2 into 3 is less than 1 into 2 into 2 and so on. So this will be less than 1 into 2 into 3 is less than, 1 upon 3 is less than 1 upon 2, like this. So again 2. How many terms will be there? 2 will be repeated n minus 1 times, this 2. So this is n minus 1 times. Okay. This is equal to now 1 plus 1 plus 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2 square up to 1 plus 2 raised to n minus 1. Now this is a geometric sequence with first term 1 and common ratio 1 by 2. So you know how to obtain the sum of n terms or n minus 1 terms of geometric sequence. So it is A. How many terms are there? These are n terms. Okay, so n terms overall. And we want to obtain sum of first n terms of geometric sequence, and the formula for it is this: A into 1 minus r raised to n upon 1 minus r. What is first term? It is 1. What is common ratio? 1 by 2, and n denotes number of terms. So here we are having n terms. So this will be 1 into 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to n upon 1 minus 1 by 2. Then this is clearly less than 1 plus 1 upon 1 minus 1 by 2, and this evaluates to 3. Thus what we proved, that the sequence, every term of the sequence Sn is less than 3. Thus we proved that every term Sn is less than 3. Thus Sn is less than 3 for all n belongs to R. Say this is fourth statement. Sn is non-decreasing. I should say this is fifth statement. Okay, from fourth. And Sn is less than 3 for all n belongs to I. So from these two statements we can conclude that it is convergent, because every non-decreasing and upper bounded sequence is convergent. So from fourth and fifth, Sn is non-decreasing and upper bounded, hence Sn is convergent. Sn n is equal to 1 to infinity is convergent. This proves our required result. Let me conclude this lecture with a remark that the limit of this sequence 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n is a well-known constant. It is called as Napoleon's constant. It is a transcendental and irrational number, and its approximate value is this. So remember limit of this sequence as e, where e is the constant with approximate value this. Its decimal expansion contains infinitely many decimal places. Thank you.